The Victorian government's decision to cull koalas in Budj Bim National Park using snipers and helicopters has sparked outrage among wildlife groups, who are questioning the method and the justification behind it. The cull, which has resulted in over 700 koalas being shot, is believed to be the first time the species has been culled in this way. The incident, the cull, became public on Good Friday after local wildlife carers were reportedly tipped off. The incident highlights the ongoing failures in managing these iconic marsupials, which are already threatened in other states. The Budj Bim National Park is one of the habitat islands in Victoria's southwest, where koalas are densely concentrated. The park is surrounded by commercial blue gum plantations, which can lead to overabundance of koalas as they spread out to graze on the leaves. When the plantations are logged, some koalas have to return to the national park, where food may be in short supply. The government's response: the Victorian government has described the program as primarily motivated by animal welfare. After the bushfire last month, koalas have been left starving or injured. However, wildlife groups have expressed serious concern about how individual koalas had been chosen for culling, as the animals are assessed from a distance. The government's response plan for animal welfare during disasters states that culling is permitted when an animal's health is significantly compromised, invasive treatment is required, or survival is unlikely. However, the method of aerial culling using snipers and helicopters has questionable efficacy for smaller animals, especially in denser habitats. Questionable efficacy: the aerial culling method has been criticized for its inaccuracy and lack of thoroughness. The shooters employed by the department were not able to thoroughly verify injuries or whether there were joeys in pouches, because they were in the air and reportedly 30 or more meters away from their targets. This has raised concerns about the welfare of the koalas, as many of them may have been seriously injured but not killed. The incident highlights the need for better methods of wildlife management and the importance of prioritizing animal welfare. Alternatives to aerial culling: wildlife groups have pointed out that delivering supplementary feed could have potentially prevented starvation while the forest regenerates. The state's wildlife fire plan lays out another option: delivery of supplementary feed. This approach would have allowed koalas to survive without being culled, and it would have also provided a more humane and effective way of managing the population. The incident highlights the need for the government to explore alternative solutions that prioritize animal welfare and minimize harm. What should the government learn from this? The state government should take steps to avoid tragic incidents like this from happening again. Preserving remaining habitat across the state is a vital step, as is reconnecting isolated areas with habitat corridors. This would not only reduce the concentration of koalas in small pockets but increase viable refuges and give koalas safe paths to new food sources after a fire. Future policies should be developed in consultation with traditional owners, who have detailed knowledge of species distributions and landscapes. The government should also bring wildlife rescue organizations into emergency management more broadly, as emphasized in the 2009 Victorian Bushfires Royal Commission and the more recent Royal Commission into National Natural Disaster Arrangements. This latter report pointed to South Australia's specialised emergency animal rescue and relief organisation, SAVEM, as an effective model. Under SA's Emergency Management Plan, the organisation is able to rapidly access burned areas after the fire has passed through.